Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy birthday, Pisces! Yes, welcome y'all. Welcome, welcome. We're back. Mo3, we ain't forgot about you, okay? I did get busy on other critical thinking, okay, and reactions. These are my opinions, and my opinions not necessarily based on facts. Everything I say is alleged, okay? Now, what we are going by is the information that was said in the court and what the prosecutors had accused Yellow Beezy of. Now, before we get started, if you got the answer to the case, then this is the wrong place to be. What we trying to do is build a case. And thus far, the prosecutor's not doing a good job of building a case for Mo3. So it's going to have to take the community to build a case for Mo3. And what I'm seeing and hearing, it's not building the case. It's taking away from the case. So y'all, come on, dive in. And so I'm gonna give y'all like 5 more minutes. We're gonna go and get started because I got other cases to cover. So what I'm gonna do on this particular case right here, I'm gonna go ahead on play this video all the way through, and you've seen it before, okay? But we're gonna play it again and react to it, okay?
Just for context, this is approximately noon on I-35 heading northbound. This video is taken from a Kroger 18-wheeler, and this is heading north I-35 into downtown Dallas on November 11th, 2020. Now, Your Honor, if I could draw the court's attention, if you look on I've stopped this video at 19 seconds. You see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan in the second lane to the left. The gold sedan will be the vehicle carrying the victim, and the black sedan is the vehicle driven by Q1 White, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
Now, I'm not going to show you the shooting part, okay? When you get out the car and run up the highway, I'm not going to show that part. You can go back and watch this on by yourself if you want to watch that part. This is the victim getting out the car. And you see the suspect get into the car. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go back. Okay? Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. So we're going to take this back. What you have to be focusing on in this trial is, let's talk about it. Hold on, y'all.
Just for context.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to focus, okay? We back, Mo3. Now, this is supposed to be a murder for hire, okay? Capital murder, okay? And you have to ask yourself, when you're doing this case, is what is the prosecutors focusing on, okay? Let me play the video as I go, but I'm not gonna play it. You know, like okay. What is the prosecutors focusing on? They are focusing on building a case for against Yalabisi. Okay, okay. They trying to build a case against Yalabisi. Okay, that's the main focus. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm looking hold on for a minute. Oh, okay, they put that right there. Okay, what the prosecutors are doing now is trying to they focusing on building a case against Yalabisi. Okay, might say his name wrong, but they trying to build a case on him. Okay. Beezy was accused. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my tape together. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to get it to a point so I can stop it. Look at my notes. Got a handful of notes. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there for a minute. Okay, so what the prosecutor is doing, y'all, is focusing on building a case against Yalabisi. Okay, Yalabisi was accused of hiring Key One and Devin to carry out a murder on this young man in this car right here. What I've seen so far, the prosecutors must prove that Yalabisi paid for the murder. Y'all follow what I'm saying? If you already got the answer to this and you're on a certain team, I want justice. But if I don't get justice, I'm gonna do what I can do to put awareness on this young man's name. So if you already got the answer, this ain't the page for you. This not real. This is not need to be around. Now the prosecutor must prove that Yalabisi did the murder for hire, y'all. That's what they going on now. That's what's going on, okay? It's not all that other yabba dabba do. Now, do they have reliable information from these individuals? Are they reliable information from these individuals? Who's supposed to come forward alleging that they overheard? That's the problem I have. That they overheard conversation regarding the conspiracy. That's not gonna be good. If you overheard, that's gonna cause a problem. Pay attention to what I'm saying, y'all. Okay? Now, with the prosecutors' reliable information from these individuals who is going to come forward alleging that they overheard conversations regarding the conspiracies. Now, also in what the prosecutor is doing in trying to build this case against Yellow Beezy, surveillances and forensics data. Okay? Do they have that? Okay. Hey, Richardson. Now, listen, y'all. Now, just because the prosecutor submitted surveillances and forensics, you got to do a timeline on it. Got to do it. This happened in 2020, okay? Just trying to give y'all something to think about. They alleging that the evidence that the prosecutor submitted was his Instagram post, his interviews that he's doing on these social media sites, his music, and what's inside music. Really? Okay. Now, those surveillances and forensics data that they are using, y'all. Okay? That's not enough. This is not enough for me. Now, they are going to try to please the jury with the witness testimony. And the key witness of the defense, was he affiliated in the gang? His tattoos, his background. This is how the prosecutors are trying to build a case against Yellow Beezy, not by all they ever doing. This is a serious capital murder case. You got to be serious with something right there, right here. Okay? This is what they are building their case around. Now, it's a lot more to this. This young man may have a lot of enemies that has cracked down on social media and said negative things about him. And he has said negative things about, come on, let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused, y'all. Now, it was alleged that since they trying to build a case, this can make everybody it can make all the witnesses look bad if they is affiliated with any kind of gang. Now, it was alleged that he was a Crip. If he was, okay. Now, he's allegedly supposed to be affiliated with the Get Rich cartels. Okay? That's what that has to do with MO3. What that has to do with MO3. What they're going to do with the allegations on Yellow Beezy. They're going to take his, I'm trying to find, I'm going to do that another time. I didn't want Mo3 to think that we forgot all about him. I never forget about him. But other cases I have to do too. But he was messing with me now. They are going to use, hey Bookie, they are going to use Yellow Bees' lyrics. And guess what? And Boosie shooting. Well, you better be a good boy then. You know I but block real quick, don't I? I'm trying to help them build a case and it's not building, you know what I mean? It's a standstill to me. So what they're gonna do, y'all, they're gonna use booting shooting to prove Mo3 case. So I'm giving y'all information so y'all won't have to be listening to all that yabba dabba doing. What the prosecutor is focusing on. They are focusing on Yellow Beezy right now. They are focusing on Yellow Beezy. Okay? Hey, baby. They are focusing on Yellow. Because he been accused of things that they got to prove. The prosecutor must prove that Yellow hired this man in this black car. He has to prove that. Okay? He has to have reliable information, reliable sources, reliable witnesses, evidence. Because this man got capital murder hanging over his head. See, y'all, let me say this, because if y'all not interested in the Mo3 case, this is not for y'all today, okay? I wouldn't care for 10 years ago. If they gonna get you, they get you. Y'all got to remember, people. Stop. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out your old stage and remember, it don't go like it used to go. Y'all had that 2020. Listen, people, let me educate you a little bit. You had a 2020 break, a lockdown, where it pushed a lot of cases back. I was working during that time and retired. Okay, I don't never forget nothing, especially when I be into a case. Now let me focus on my people because y'all not the only one in the chat watching. Okay, let me finish. Let me go. Cause I worked too hard. Got too many notes right here on a piece of paper. That's what I do. I grab a piece of paper, whatever comes through my mind, I drop it down. Now, the prosecutor must have reliable information, sources, evidence, and the trip part is that what the prosecutor is going to do, they are going to use his lyrics against him, and they are going to use Boosie shooting against him. Hey, baby, against Yellow and the Mo3 case. The prosecutor is trying to make Yellow Beezy as an instigator, using his past. Now that go back to what you said. Let me see what his name. Carl Anderson. Something you said just a few minutes ago. You said, "Dang, this happened 4 years ago." Do you see how the prosecutor is building this case? This prosecutor is building a past history on a young man who is charged with capital murder. Past. You hear me? When I finish today, they're going to go further than you think. So your past, I don't care if it happened 9 years ago, 10 years ago. If your case haven't came up, baby, they about to, hey, that's what they do. They go back. So to educate you all, get out of that momentum that they won't go back. Okay, this happened in 2020. Okay, now go back to what I was saying. They're going to use this man. They're going to use Yellow. They're going to use BZ lyrics. I really no. And he going to be using Boosie shooting. they trying to paint him as an instigator, but which y'all do that now. Y'all instigate all the day. Instigator using his past to build a case. They using his past to build this case. Now, they are going to use his criminal records. See, one thing about being when you have done crime, some stuff can't be erased. And some things can. That's why I have to sometimes give it to the young men who on parole and probation can't get a job. I like to see y'all on YouTube or Instagram trying to hustle some money, doing a hustle. I don't stop no man from doing what they got to do to make a living for their family. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't get in the way of that. Because it's hard for him to get a job. Okay? So, they are going to use his criminal history. His gang affiliation. His alleged gang affiliation. His beef against MO3. They're going to use his arrest cases, y'all, from 2005. 2005. That go back to what you said, Carl Anderson. You said this was 4 years ago. But guess what they about to do? To build a case on this rapper. On a young rapper with capital murder standing on his head. They about to go back in 2005. They about to go back. 2005, people. Y'all think 2020 was for 4 years ago? They about to go further back. I got my first coaching job in 2005. God, they going way back. How old was Beezy back in 2005? How old was Mo3 back in 2005? Okay, let's go. They're going to use his arrest cases from 2005, his juvenile assaults. They are going back on this young man, y'all. They about to go back. That's what they about to do. Because the prosecutor can't really find nothing. He don't have nothing he don't think that he has nothing reliable right now. Okay, Nugget, you better tell them. You better tell them. Now, they're going to his juvenile records. 2009. His cases, he had marijuana and other. I gotta be careful what I say on YouTube because I have to respect them. What they don't want, words they don't want me to use. His controlled substances. That was 2009. 2011. He was carrying a concealed, you know what? They done went back on this boy time. They went on way back, just like Noga said, hey, 6 years ago. 2020, when he assaulted Mo3 manager. That was a civic, that was supposed to be a civic jury verdict against him. Civil. 2024 was dismissed. So after I told you all that they was what the prosecutor was trying to focus on, building a case on Yellow Beezy for a murder for hire. I haven't heard nothing. I really don't think that this got nothing to do with Beezy right here. I really don't think this person in the car has nothing to do with Yellow Beezy. Cause Mo3 had a lot of beef against a lot of people. But I'm just telling y'all, all this talking about how you like somebody, how you dislike, that ain't gonna work in this case right here. Cause you are not alive. You don't have liable information. You got he said, she said. Let me tell you. You know what? Or whatever your name is. Let me tell you something, baby. Mo3 resting better than you. He just want them. He just want this. You got a man trying to save his life as well. You got a man right now. They got him charged for capital murder, and he want to rest his case too. He could be an innocent man that y'all about to send to jail. Right, Adam Gill. They putting other people's lives at risk. So I'm here today to tell Mo3, I never forget about you, baby. But what they are doing now is trying to focus on Yellow, this guy right here. They are focusing on this guy right here. That's what the prosecutors are trying to do. They trying to get him capital murder for something they trying to build. They trying to build a case against him. They got to prove that Yellow Beezy did this murder for her, y'all. I ain't heard it yet. Reliable information? I ain't heard no reliable information on him yet.
This case is set for a bond reduction hearing. What is the current bond, or is there a current bond?
Overheard information? That ain't gonna do it. Not in no capital murder.
And your attorneys are here today asking the court to reduce your bond. You understand that's what this hearing is about? Okay, all right, have a seat. Is the state ready to proceed?
The state's ready, Your Honor.
That's what this about, y'all.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would offer into evidence for the purposes of this hearing, State's Exhibit Number 1, which is the PC.
You got to ask yourself, what do Boosie shooting has to do with Mo3? They got shot around the same time.
State's Exhibit Number 2, for purposes
Do this man standing right here have his work cut out for him?
State's Exhibit Number 3.
I don't think they still know who did this. But I think they don't. But they trying to paint the picture on Beezy.
Are going to be the bond conditions that were placed on the defendant in this case.
But I just want to put it out here to y'all that I don't care how old a case is. They going all the way back on 2005 on this young man, y'all. 2005, 2009, 2011. What were you doing at that time? 2020. Just imagine if you was in here, and just because I don't like you, just because you don't like me, don't mean that you did something to me. But they trying to say that he was in the crib. Get rich cartels. Okay, boys do stuff like that. Boys do stuff like that.
Review them prior to this proffer.
So noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Based on an agreement with defense for the purposes of this hearing, I will also proffer.
I don't think the prosecutor have enough. If I was on the jury, I can't wait to hear the court what they got,
The
because
state did run
all I've been hearing on YouTube is hearsay.
of the defendant, including both juvenile, misdemeanor, and felony.
And anytime you on YouTube and they are trying to divide y'all up, the thing is Mo3 trying to get justice for Mo3. But this case right here seems like it's a murder for hire.
Prior convictions.
Dude, they ain't got enough to put on that dude right there. To me.
Based off of all the information and reviewing all of the evidence that we have at this time, the state can find no prior misdemeanor convictions or prior felony convictions for the defendant, either as a juvenile or as an adult in the state system or the federal system. We had also proffer the following information, Your Honor. A state's witness will testify to being present for a conversation about the payment for the murder of
And y'all, another thing I'm finding out in this case right here, they want y'all to focus on
took place.
they want y'all to focus on key one.
Mr. Noble's murder.
Don't do that.
November of 2020.
Don't focus on key one.
A state's witness will testify.
Cause they got y'all looking in the wrong places.
Present and involved in this conversation.
That's what my spirit said.
Also testify to Martin Keys Conway, the defendant, being present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. The state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was
He ain't. What tripped me out with the prosecutor, he's still trying to build a case. He's still trying to build a case around that dude right there. He's still trying to build a case around it. Let me tell y'all something. It's so much going on in this world. And you know, I don't know it all, but I've been here 66 years. And I know dudes, I know a lot of things go on, but the law is something else, y'all. The law is based on somebody else's history, what they trying to do to keep them from going to jail. But y'all going to jail. He ain't going to jail. Because he ain't got enough. He got to do his job. His job is not done. On the way MO3 can get justice if the killer come up and say, I did it. Now that was excuse me, YouTube, but that was a fool who got out that car and ran him up the highway. And no cameras around.
for a portion of that payment. A state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that Keelan White was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment, who was originally.
Prosecutor, I hope you is right. Since you said this, whoever this reliable source who you really relying on, you better make sure that jury rely on them, because you better make sure that's a credible witness to say that was Key One with that mask on. Do you know if it were easy to identify a person, that person wouldn't even do it, because y'all gonna say that's that person. So you trying to build a case, so you're gonna make the judge think that Key One did this, that you got. The prosecutor has to do this, y'all, to build a case. He got to make up some stuff. Okay, that's what he doing. He making up stuff to build MO3 case, because they don't have nothing. They don't have anything. That's what they doing. Bad as we want justice for MO3. Hey. Just have to pray about it.
Indicted in State's Exhibit number 1, the probable cause, which is before this court. The state's witness would also testify that Keewan White, or to who shot and killed Melvin Oak. This witness would also testify to Keewan White being the individual.
So you got a witness that can say that Key One did all of this. So if you say that you got a witness that's gonna testify and say that Key One did all this, so you saying he did this. So far, prosecutor, you have not. You only reason why you winning with the judge right now, you're really not winning, because the judge, this just free trial. So you trying to get something to pay. You got to let her know that you know that this witness is going to tell, but he don't, y'all. He don't know if he got reliable sources or not. That prosecutor don't know. He don't know. He just saying something to pass through to make himself look good. He ain't making MO3 look good. Only thing he's standing there is accusing young men. That's what he doing, y'all. And if you gonna say Keywan did it, so you saying that he did it, man, you gonna, all right, I'm just gonna sit back when they go to court. I want to see what's gonna happen when they go to court. Cause he ain't got nothing so far to me to build no case.
Killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder.
Thank you for the gift, Rashonda.
The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conley.
And you going by that man bank records. Why that black boy right there can't, excuse me, y'all, let me calm down. Why that young man right there can't have no money out there that he helping his family with? That because he withdraw. You don't know what kind of business he got. You don't know what he doing. You don't know what people doing with their money. These young boys got money. Half of them has business. Half of them taking care of their family. Doing a lot of things, and then once they finish helping their family, they ain't got no money. They got to build it back up. So him having taken out $40,000, so what? You think about to get somebody that much money, and then you gonna run on the highway, and then you gonna take a rapper down on the highway? You ain't getting nothing from me. Y'all better listen.
Records would show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder of
Okay, so just because he after after MO3 was shot on the highway, you think that man about to get that man $40,000 after you just got caught? And you just got caught alleging that was Keywan? That wasn't Keywan, y'all. It's not that easy. This dude right here, if he wanted MO3, he could have got MO3 a long time ago. Y'all, why y'all keep thinking that it's him? Because he got y'all thinking that way. I don't wish that prosecutor ain't got no strong. These defense attorneys are some of the best attorneys in these courts. To me, they are a lot better than the prosecutors. To me, they do their homework. That man got money to sit there and pay. That man got money, y'all. He paying it. He doing what he... All right, prosecutor, I want you to stay focusing on building your case, honey.
And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal. These records would correspond to the exact amount which the state's witness would testify to.
So you got a witness saying that the state, you said that Keywan gonna say that he gave him. I don't know what. I'm gonna hush with this man right here. I'm gonna hush with this man right here. I'm just gonna hush with this prosecutor right here, y'all. I can't do him.
In reviewing these records, the state also became aware and believed that they would show that the defendant had anywhere between $800 and $900, but more specifically, $870,000 between a checking account and a savings account.
Do you know that boy rich? Here we go, y'all. Do you know this man right here is rich, y'all? This man is rich. Not him. BC got money. What's wrong with him getting money out his saving in his checking account?
Particular bank, 370 of which was in a checking account, a little over 500,000 which was in a savings account.
Because Yalla Bees is taking his money out because
This sounded like
when he make his music, he paying these folks. When he doing out, most people got money. Let me let the man right about. I'm tired of him.
to the court what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 3, which is the video of the offense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Before that's published, just address something to the prosecutor and the proffer.
Sure.
So it's clear from the record that as he recited the state's witness, his proffer is, that's just one witness.
Correct, Your Honor.
Multiple witnesses. And that,
I'm glad that prosecutor straightened him out when he said something about the state witness. Come on now. You saying that a state witness?
I don't recall the specific in the proffer was when, the day that this witness reported into this conversation.
I do not have the specific date written down, but I know it was in the days following the offense. We do have evidence of when this could have taken place based off of cell phone data of when the defendant was in another state and then we came back to Texas. So we believe we have a time frame. As far as the exact date, I do not have it this time.
Anything else, Mr. Smith?
Judge, Your Honor. Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Y'all want the lights on?
It's at the court's discretion.
Oh.
I know that right. You want no lights out.
Just for context, this is approximately noon on I-35 heading northbound. This video is taken from a Kroger 18-wheeler, and this is heading north I-35 into downtown Dallas on November 11th, 2020.
For those who watching the video, this is the key. Excuse me, the reason why I keep showing this video right here, this is the key video. This is the key video to the case, okay?
Now, Your Honor, if I could draw the court's attention, if you look on I've stopped this video at 19 seconds. You see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan in the second lane to the left. The gold sedan will be the vehicle carrying the victim, and the black sedan is the vehicle driven by Q1 White, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
I mean, he wouldn't let that phone go with him. He didn't let that phone go until he passed all the way out.
Your Honor, I'm going to stop this at 1 minute, 37 seconds. The victim does not things that the state would like to proffer as far as this bond hearing. Since the court does not have a probable cause affidavit, of course, this is a grand jury referral. Defendant Kewan White was also indicted. You do have his murder probable cause affidavit from 2020. He was also indicted at that same time in cause number F2175377 for Dr. Randall Graham, who also sustained injuries, a neurosurgeon who was heading north on I-35 that day, and was struck as well. However, he did survive. And finally, Your Honor, the last thing.
So the doctor who was struck is going to testify. So the doctor who was struck going to testify that he saw Kewan White. Come on, man.
That I would proffer at this time would be that there were a total of 44 fire cartridge cases, all from the same style of firearm as far as the caliber that were recovered on the freeway on November 11th.
So was all of those calibers the same, or were they different? Was there any different caliber out there? Are all 44 are the same? So how much investigating did you do? Is it all the same? Came out of one, weapon, or did it came out of two different weapons?
And at this time, around state press.
Judge, this time they call Miss Alexander to the stand.
Well, this is grandmother. I'm gonna skip it a little bit, okay? If y'all want, it is on YouTube for those who haven't seen it. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna skip this to right here.
I'm pretty sure we can get it together.
And are you telling us, court, that he's not?
Now listen. You think I'm about to go in my bank and take out $40,000 and then ain't got no money in the bank for no bond? Do that prosecutor make sense, y'all? You gonna take $40,000 out your bank account knowing you gonna be broke. Cause you got to make some money rapping. You gotta make a hit. Okay? And what you got to do is, I'm taking my money out. And then my grandmama them got to do what they got to do to get a bond for me.
How long has he been in jail?
8 days since last Thursday.
The bond set at $2 million. Has he been able to post that bond and get out of jail?
He's still sitting here. No, he hasn't.
We're asking the court for a $250,000 bond based on, do you believe that Mr. Conway could post a $250,000 bond?
I'm pretty sure we can get it together.
And are you telling us, court, that he's not able to post a $2 million bond?
No, he's not.
You're so funny.
Cross-examination.
Yeah, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Alexander.
Good morning.
My name is Tommy Adams. If you have questions with my questions, if I don't form them in a good way, please just ask me to repeat myself and I'll do so, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you being down here. I'm sure this is not an easy day for you. So, thank you. You worked for the Dallas County within the clerk's office up until 2014, correct?
Correct.
Now, Ms. Alexander, are you aware that there was a bond schedule?
Look, B's like, look, don't disrespect my grandmama now. You know, these boys, they love their grandmama now. I love the man too. They like, now, what you're not gonna do is disrespect me. Don't disrespect my grandmama now. So, that's how he looking. He like, well, don't disrespect my grandmama now. That's how he looking. They love their grandmamas.
That judges could set bonds on different level offenses within this courthouse.
Yes.
And are you aware that that bond schedule has since been done away with and was subject to a federal lawsuit against all the district judges within Dallas County.
No.
Okay. Now, when you talk about your grandson being an entertainer, I mean, he's more.
I would, Yellow Bees, I'd be careful out there on the street, because if that happened to Mo3, and Mo3 was a good, both of these dudes had their different styles of rapping. People always trying to want people to be like somebody else. These are two different style rappers. This dude right here got to watch his back in the streets, because he don't know who did that to Mo3. If they did that to Mo3, they was trying to do that to him. They could do that to him.
Entertainer, correct?
Yes.
He's in fact a double platinum artist, correct?
Right.
Now, going back to 2020 and the years leading up to that, well, let me ask you this. Are you aware of your grandson owning a 2017 Denali?
Yes.
And what is that Denali, what is special about that Denali?
It's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof.
Yeah, he need on a bulletproof. Yes, he need on a bulletproof vest. Yes, he do. What you think? I just said that. If they did that to Mo3, what they'll do to him? They letting them rappers know you gonna have to pay your money. You gonna have to do what you supposed to do. And we ain't having it. Now, you can't involve the police and stuff, because, you know, we run this. I'm just saying.
Now, Ms. Alexander, I can't imagine in all your years working here at the clerk's office that you ever felt like you needed a bulletproof vehicle.
I don't need one.
Now, Ms. Alexander, would you agree with me that in 2020 and the years leading up to 2020, that there was a lot of stuff going on in the city of Dallas surrounding, and to be quite honest, our victim, Melvin Noble, and your grandson, Marquise Conlon?
I try not to delve into Facebook and hearsay, because I know him for myself. So
And you doing right, Grandma. Don't get in your grandson business, because I don't get in mine.
Well, let me ask it this way. Are you aware your grandson was shot in Plano?
yeah, I was there.
You weren't there at 3 a.m., were you?
I was at the hospital.
Correct. Okay. But you would agree with me that even if you're not on Facebook, if this stuff was on TMZ, I think your grandson even did an interview on TMZ with those folks on my TV about this. So you're aware that there was a back and forth going on in this city involving your grandson as well as Mr. Noble, the complainant in this capital murder case. You're aware of that at least, right?
Yes, somewhat.
Okay.
Well, they don't have to like each other. They don't have to like each other. That don't mean that he took him out. Somebody was trying to get Yellow before they got Mo3. Those one of the two hardest to me. Then when I say hardest, the good rappers in Dallas. They are two, man, them two together would have made money out of their city, out of their state. Them two boys right there. It's just like Biggie and Tupac. That's what they remind me of, Biggie and Tupac. But y'all has to be careful out there in the street, because he don't know who did that to Mo3. Because if Mo3 was still living, if something had happened to Yellow, then they would have blamed Mo3, because they had beef against each other.
Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a bulletproof Denali?
No, he felt the need because people are jealous, and you don't know who's gonna do what, when or where.
What the prosecutor needs to do, go and do his job and find out, and he know he's not gonna find out. Find out what happened when they left that club. But he ain't gonna do that. Cause they ain't gonna tell him.
Now, are you aware of whether or not he had to externally comes that way off the lot, or do you have to actually pay money to get something like that done?
I have no idea how it happened, where it happened, why it happened. I just know he had it.
Sure. And as far as your grandson being in custody for approximately 8 days, defense asked you initially how long he'd been in jail and if he was able to make a $2 million bond. And your initial answer was, no, he hasn't. And then when they followed up with whether or not he could make a $2 million bond, that's when you said, no, he cannot, correct?
Right.
Now, especially with all your experience here in the county and working in the clerk's office, you're aware that when somebody has a $2 million bond, they can pay only 10% of that, correct?
Yes.
When the bond's been settled. Now, your grandson is a double platinum recording artist, correct?
Correct.
And he lives in a mansion in Frisco, correct?
Correct.
And his house is in other states, correct?
And I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware of him paying and helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family and friends?
I'm not into his business like that.
You agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off, correct?
He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Would you agree with me, though, that there's a difference between can, want to, and choosing not to?
I'm aware of all of those things, but I know he don't want to.
Like grandma. I like grandma. Hey, I'll be cool too. I ain't gotta eat no food, but I'm gonna come back at you like you coming at me. Like she a ABCD. The lady work at the record court with y'all. Retired.
Plus, he has other bills. He don't just have money laying around.
Sure. Now, Ms. Alexander, you testified that your grandson has significant ties to this community, correct? Born and raised in the greater Dallas area.
Correct.
As far as how much time he spends in the city of Dallas, or more or less Dallas County and the surrounding areas at this point, do you know approximately how much time he spends in the greater Dallas area per month?
I'd say 3/4 of the time.
3/4 of the time.
Beezy, you gotta take your life serious, baby, cause they trying to stick you. Y'all, what is the prosecutor focusing? They focus him trying to build a case against him. This is what they trying to do at this trial. Build a case against him. Accuse this man right here hiring Keywan and Devin. That prosecutor must prove that Yalabeezy paid for the murder. Okay, reliable information from the individual who came forward is his what they overheard. Okay, a conversation regarding the conspiracy. The civilians in the forensics. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the interviews that he done, music, and what he's saying inside his lyrics. The witnesses' testimonies, whoever the key witnesses is, They're gonna go by his gang affiliation, alleged gang affiliation, tattoos, his background, and like I told y'all earlier, that they're going way back in this boy's childhood when he was a juvenile. They're gonna go 2005, and then they're gonna work their way up to cases that he had in 2009, 2010, 2020 that was dismissed. 2024 what was dismissed. They are trying to build a case on this man capital murder charge. Okay? That's what they're trying to do. And thus far, they're going to use Boosie shooting to prove MO3 case. I want to see him do this. I really want, it's sad that these people is not stepping up for MO3 because they don't know who did this. These people don't know who did this. That's why they ain't stepping up for MO3. They don't know who took that man down on the highway, y'all. They don't know. They don't know. They blaming this young black man that accusing him of doing this. Don't let that prosecutor fool you. He just stood there and said that the state witness. What the state witness got? What? Man, please. That's sad. This is sad. You both don't know who took that boy out of him. Now, I apologize, MO3. I'm going to have to respect you, baby. MO3.
Now, just as far as his ability to travel and nature of that, like planes and getting around, you're aware that he travels quite a bit via private jet, commercial, all of that, correct?
Yes.
Does he have access to his own private jet?
No.
Just lied on yellow. And you know what tripped me out about MO3 case is y'all put each other in jail and not putting the right people get locked up behind it. What's going on in the crimes? Y'all putting the wrong people. Y'all locking up innocent people. Y'all locking up innocent people. And they doing life and time for something they didn't even do. And everybody else getting away with it.
Fly private.
No, I don't.
But when he does that, he would be having to pay for those bills as well, correct?
Correct.
Do you agree with me that flying private is not the cheapest thing in the world to do?
Yes.
Sorry for the mistake, Ron.
Anything else from this witness?
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You can step down.
Y'all, if this young man had $40,000, do you think he'll put a hit on somebody he broke? He can't even get a $2 million bond? What? Y'all ain't about to get none of my money. Now, I'm going to get that $40,000 out of the bank because I can do that because I'm getting it from my family. Then I got to pay these people when I make my music. The time and all that. And then folks, we want their money too because they got to feed their family too. My thing is, it's a shame how we sit around and blame the wrong people when they ain't no when you can't prove it. Prosecutor has not proved. These are allegations against this young man right here. They just trying to paint this guy. Well, boys talk junk. I had 3 brothers. They talk junk, especially the main one used to talk junk. They talk junk around each other. They cool like that. No, that's what they do. But this case right here, the way the prosecutor going on, y'all, I don't know. I don't see no reliable nothing. Nothing reliable. Not even the video reliable. How can he prove that man right there is your alleged murder for hire person? A murder for hire person can get themselves out of jail, y'all, for $2 million. Shoot, you ain't even about to get my last $2.
Do you have another witness?
Judge, I was gonna make the proffer we discussed, back in Chambers. May I make a proffer, Your Honor?
Yes.
Judge, a lot of us have been down here at this courthouse for 30 years. I'm not gonna go over the law. I know you understand, bail bond and how we have written law. I just wanted to point out in some of these cases where there's high profile, in the state versus Michael Lucky, that was a capital murder case. That was in criminal district court number 7, the court that we're in. That was a high profile case. That case involved an NBA player that was initially set by the magistrate in the jail with a probable cause affidavit, where they had knowledge of the facts from what the police said. And that bond was originally set at $500,000. It was later reduced
All I gotta tell Yellow,
to $1,000.
if when he go in that court, you better put on your game capital murder face. You better put on your I don't want to please this. You can't go in there acting like a nonchalant attitude. You got to put that attitude that you got away, Yellow. Because right now you got a capital murder case over your head. And you got people backing you up. But you can't go in there trying to be cute. You got to go in there with your capital murder case. I didn't do it. All that smile. I don't know where y'all get that from. Cheese and like Nelly and all that in the courtroom. Y'all better get serious, young guys. They trying to put a capital murder over your head. Go in there and start rolling your eyes and go in there and be serious. Because I don't see that you did this. I don't even know you. I think somebody higher up did this. Pay your fees. These people want their money, y'all. Pay your fee, beef, and everybody. You don't know who did this. You don't know who did this.
With conditions. Co-defendant in that case, Larry Jenkins, cause number F2076397. This is the same set of facts case where the magistrate, with a probable cause affidavit, set it for $750,000.
So, Michael.
Case in the state of Texas versus Antoine Franklin, capital murder case, 522-76141. This involved a famous football player out of Oklahoma. That case was set by the magistrate for $500,000. Again, probable cause affidavit. It was later reduced by the court to $200,000. Judge, in dealing with the bond schedule, you have bond conditions here that require electronic monitor. They have several conditions of probation, check-in and curfews. We're proffering to the court here that the court has set bonds down here in Dallas County where the typical murders range between $150,000 and $200,000. And a capital murder can range in these cases in between $500,000 and $700,000.
Okay, I'm gonna skip it to the what the judge trying to explain to Yellow Beezy. It's trying to tell these young guys, these young rappers with all this big time money, okay, that you need to start taking your life serious when you come to court, because they sick of y'all. And they sick of what's going on in their city. That's why they gave Brewster that hard time in New Orleans. You know, trying to use somebody else's name for his concert. So when they come down here, let me see, then they gonna do a commercial. He got to be serious. I think when he go to court, he gonna be serious because he see how serious life is and how he had to grow up. He has to grow up. That's all. But Yala is not. I don't think that the prosecutor has proved, and I don't think he has built a great case to take MO3 alleged shooter down. Okay, it was that simple and easy, then they'll know who did it.
1920
hold on, y'all. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for a second, okay? I gotta step away for a moment. I'll be right back. Don't y'all go nowhere now. We ain't finished. Whew, wait, we not finished. Hold on, y'all. Here, take a break. Hold on. Whew. Here I come, y'all. Whew. Here I come. Hold on, y'all. Here I come, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. Whew, I got upstairs and downstairs, boy. Whew. Jesus, here I come, y'all. Here I come. Oh, Lord. Whew. Goodness Jesus. Thank y'all for being patient. Whew.
means and the reach to do. In fact, I think it's important that there was another victim. This was at noon on I-35 leading into downtown Dallas. 44 fired cartridge casings. Who knows how many others were knocked away by the cars that kept driving by. Melvin Noble was hunted down.
All right, Scream, don't start tripping.
On November 11th of 2020, a beloved son of Dallas. It could have been so much worse, and that's a terrible thing to say when it's a capital murder for remuneration, where he has paid another man to hunt down and kill somebody in broad daylight. Your Honor, based off of all the testimony and the facts that have been presented in this court, we'd ask that you leave the bond where it is at. Currently at $2 million.
All right, let me have the exhibits, and then if you all will give me about 10 minutes.
And see, when she come back, I'm gonna let y'all hear what I want BC to understand is camper. Come on now. Excuse me, y'all. That's what I'm barking at. Not barking. My thing is, BC got to understand this is real. Listen what the judge said, y'all, to him.
Okay, the court ready? Yes. All right, the court's ready to make my ruling. The court is going to reduce the bond to $750,000. The court took into consideration, certainly, the biggest consideration was the offense, the severity.
Hold on, y'all. My ears, man, hold on. I ain't got my good ears like y'all. Don't mess it up. Listen to some music in the clubs. Ain't working. Can't hear nothing no more.
Okay, the court ready? Yes, Judge. All right, the court's ready to make my ruling. going to reduce the bond to $750,000. The court took into consideration, certainly, the biggest consideration was the offense, the severity of this particular offense.
So you told him this is the biggest consideration. And trying to life is serious out here, young guys, men, the young rappers, it is serious out here. They sick and tired of y'all. They sick and tired of y'all. That's what the judge is telling Beasley. They so sick of dealt. Y'all may not care, but we care.
Egregious to watch that video. But the court also took into consideration the evidence or lack of evidence that the state presented. That was a factor also. Another concern I have.
Now, she just told the state they have a lack of evidence, y'all. The evidence that the state has are lack of evidence. And still, I think right now we still in the same place. They still ain't built a murder for hire case against that young man right there. And if he keep his cool, I gotta see the state prove this.
Was the financial statement that the defendant was to put on file. He didn't seem to take that very seriously at all. And that causes me a concern about whether or not he's taking.
So what that judge trying to tell Beasley, you got to take this serious. You got to take it serious. When they start talking about your bond, you can't, just because you got the money to pay the attorneys that you have, you still got to take your life in consideration, baby. They got capital murder over your head for something that you might not even done.
The allegations against him. So I am going to set the bond at $750,000 with the bond conditions that were already set. But included on that, I want it to be very clear, Mr. Conway, that you are to have no contact, direct or indirect, no threatening or harassment of any victim, witness.
And y'all, you cannot do that in your music. If you're in the studio today, you cannot put something like you threaten somebody or you talking about the case in your music. I don't know why y'all so big-headed. Listen to her. She telling you what she's not going to tolerate since she lower your bond.
Co-defendant, if it's you or anybody on your behalf, there's going to be a problem. Do you understand that? Okay, you all understand what I'm talking about. So that's going to be a concern. And then I want to make sure that you provide the court with correct information regarding your person of contact. Because basically, this affidavit seems to be...
They want him to put your update on your affidavit. Now, what the attorney should have done, he should have got all that prepared for you with the update, because you in court. Y'all got to be careful out here, young men, with these attorneys, and y'all got to know the law. Y'all got to study the law. Y'all got to, because if they don't do their job when you go into court like that, when you got capital murder or any kind of murder charge, you got to make sure they are in place with the right information. Y'all, a lot of people don't want me to give y'all this kind of type of information, but we got to educate y'all. Y'all got to listen. Y'all, that's the problem. Don't listen. But you listen to the wrong people though.
saying, forget y'all. I don't want y'all to be involved. Yeah. Seems to be your way of saying, forget y'all. So you need to provide correct, accurate information regarding who is your person of contact should there be any type of problem. I hope that you're taking this seriously because your responses in this affidavit kind of indicate.
Okay. Now, if the judge can tell your response, how you respond, you young. He young. Y'all. He's supposed to get old. And you gotta check. When you get them children, you gotta change. You got to change whether you don't want to change or not. Y'all, I just want MO3 to know that I ain't forgot about him. And I have other cases I have to, update and everything. But I love y'all, I love MO3. But the prosecutor, it's not, to me, working on behalf of MO3. They got to focus on the murder for hire, y'all. They focusing on the murder for hire. Key one is still not my man. This young man is still not my man. But I think it's somebody bigger than him. I'm out, y'all.